Hey, welcome to MAGNUS Drones. I'm Jim. Thanks for finding my channel. And I always want to thank the subscribers for staying with me and appreciate you coming along again today. I did a video called Waypoint Close Calls, and many of you that have probably watched it, there's been a lot of comments, and it's just gotten a lot of traction because it almost went into the water. I was trying to set some waypoints across the park area and out to this little dock, and like I said, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it and this is your first time here, maybe go back and check it out. But I was setting waypoints, and the one waypoint that seemed to not go well is where I was going from a higher altitude, and I was coming down to an altitude. It was just about 100 feet off the ground, or off the water, and my goal was to get it down above the tree line and then to go out to another waypoint, basically turn around, come back. What it seemed to do was pass through that lower waypoint as it was coming down, and virtually it stopped 2 feet off the water. And the only reason it stopped is the collision avoidance sensor saw the water and saw it as an obstacle and stopped. I didn't know that at the time. It was later when I watched the video. But I'm out at the park today, over land. Funny that, huh? But I'm going to do this again over land, and I'm going to experiment with a couple of types of waypoint. I don't mean types, but setting waypoints, because there were a couple of, at least a couple of really good comments talking about how the drone is designed to fly a cinematic pattern, which means that it's going to do a sort of radius through waypoints. And I want to try to recreate that this morning. One waypoint that's similar to what I did out there over the water, and I'll monitor it, and if it looks like it's going to do the same track, I'll certainly stop it before it gets too low and hits the ground. And then the other waypoint I'm going to do is I'm going to set a couple of them at the lower altitude closer together, so I'm going to try to decrease the radius of that transition. So I've thought it through, got an idea how to set this up and to experiment a couple of different waypoints and see if I can answer the question of why it did what it did on that other video. So thanks for coming to the channel. Let's go flying. So to save a little bit of time, I've gone ahead and set up the waypoints, and we're going to go ahead and fly this first profile. And this is the profile that is trying to recreate the one that I did in that waypoint close call. So I'm ready to go. I'm going to hit go on the waypoint flight, and it'll fly on out to its waypoint 1 and get started. And I'll keep my finger close to the stop button. So let's take it out there and run it through this flight profile. So it's climbed its start altitude, made a turn, and it's racing on back to the end of the park where it's going to start. So we'll get it over there to waypoint 1, and I'll just keep an eye on it. It's up at 305 feet altitude, which is fine. I can keep an eye on it. I've got really clear sky today, so that's nice. So now it's making its first descent. So I want to see how it's going to behave here. Now I just passed through the waypoint, and that was from the high to low, and it stopped. It didn't pass through. So it made a very distinct stop and then horizontal flight instead of doing like a radius. And same kind of radius like we see in our horizontal flights where it wants to do a nice cinematic circle.
Return to home.
So it's coming to return to home. I'm gonna cancel that out. And we'll fly it one more time. I'll go back to my flight plan. I'm going to change the global speed. I wanted the global speed to be around 18 miles an hour because that's how fast I was flying that morning. At least that's what I had it set for, you know. There we go. All right, we'll send it on its way again. You can see it's climbing in altitude. So that first one, as I said, it didn't make an arc through the waypoint. It's going on out to waypoint 1, stopped. It'll turn around. You can see on the screen of the controller. All right, so it started. And here it comes again. Descending. Leveled off right there at the waypoint, and now it's coming horizontally. And it'll stop as soon as it gets overhead, because this is waypoint 5 over my head.
Return to home.
We'll get it on the ground, and I'm not sure what other settings I need to perform.
Landing.
Let's cancel this out. Yeah, we get it over here where we can say good morning. So I think very quickly I'm gonna kind of take the position that It wasn't because of the way that it's designed to fly through the waypoint. And it might be worth making a phone call to DJI and just talk to them about what I did here. And they might just confirm and say, yeah, on horizontal and on vertical altitude changes, we do more of a point-to-point straight line. On a horizontal waypoint, it'll do more of a radius to give that cinematic flight. But I appreciate you watching. Comment, give me your thoughts, ideas. If the community is certainly interested in talking about this more, I think it's all really healthy as drone pilots. So thanks for finding the channel. Thanks for coming with me today. Pretty nice catch too, huh?